The world is a vast and wondrous place, full of beauty and adventure, yet for some, the allure of the ordinary pales in comparison to the intoxicating thrill of danger. These individuals, the daredevils, the adrenaline junkies, seek out experiences that push them to the very edge of human endurance. They stare death in the face, not with fear, but with a sense of exhilaration. What drives these individuals to engage in such life-threatening activities? What is it about the human psyche that finds solace in the face of danger? This essay delves into the world of extreme games, exploring the motivations and consequences of flirting with death. We will journey into the heart of three particularly dangerous activities: Russian roulette, the blue whale challenge, and base jumping. Each offers a unique perspective on the complex relationship between risk, reward, and the human need to transcend limitations. Through vivid descriptions and real-life accounts, we will attempt to unravel the psychological tapestry of thrill seekers, exploring the camaraderie and tensions that bind them, as well as the lasting impact these experiences have on their lives. The line between bravery and recklessness is often blurred. What may appear insane to one person is a source of exhilaration for another. By understanding the motivations and experiences of those who engage in these extreme games, we gain a deeper understanding of the human condition itself. We are all drawn to the unknown, the untamed, the edge of the precipice. But it is the rare few who dare to take the leap, to embrace the abyss and to return transformed. Join me as we explore the world of extreme games where life is lived on the edge of a knife, and the only certainty is the adrenaline coursing through your veins. The journey will be perilous, the stories harrowing, but the insights gained will be invaluable. For in the face of death, we truly discover what it means to live. Few games conjure up such a chilling image of risk as Russian roulette. This deadly game of chance involves loading a single bullet into a revolver, spinning the cylinder, placing the gun to one's head, and pulling the trigger. The odds are 1 in 6, a gamble with fate where the stakes are ultimate, life or death. It's a game that has permeated popular culture, often depicted in films and literature as the ultimate test of nerve and recklessness. But what drives individuals to participate in such a game? What psychological forces are at play when a person willingly places their life on the line for a fleeting thrill? The answer lies in a complex interplay of factors, including thrill-seeking, bravado, and a distorted perception of risk. For some, Russian roulette is a seductive dance with death, a way to assert control over an unpredictable world. The act of spinning the cylinder, the cold steel against the temple, the deafening click of the hammer, these are all sensory experiences that heighten the sense of danger, creating a potent cocktail of fear and exhilaration. The moment between pulling the trigger and the potential outcome is an eternity, a visceral experience that sears itself into the memory. But the allure of Russian roulette goes beyond mere thrill-seeking. It is often intertwined with social dynamics fueled by peer pressure and a need to prove one's courage. In some circles, it becomes a twisted rite of passage, a test of manhood or loyalty. The game can be used to intimidate, to assert dominance, or to forge a bond through shared risk. The psychological impact on the participants is profound, leaving them forever marked by the experience. Even if they survive, the act of playing Russian roulette can lead to guilt, trauma, and a haunting awareness of their own mortality. Unlike the immediate and visceral danger of Russian roulette, the blue whale challenge presents a different kind of threat, a slow and insidious descent into self-destruction. This online phenomenon, which gained notoriety for its association with teen suicides, involves a series of 50 tasks assigned by an anonymous administrator. The tasks escalate in their disturbing nature, ranging from self-harm to sleep deprivation, culminating in the final challenge, suicide. While the origins and true nature of the blue whale challenge remain shrouded in mystery, its impact on vulnerable youth is undeniable. The psychological manipulation employed in the blue whale challenge is chillingly effective. The game preys on individuals who are already struggling with depression, anxiety, or social isolation. The anonymous administrator becomes a figure of authority, exploiting the victim's trust and vulnerability. The tasks, often presented as challenges or tests of courage, gradually erode the individual's sense of self-worth and autonomy. The victim becomes trapped in a cycle of self-harm and psychological manipulation, their perception of reality distorted by the game's insidious influence. The Blue Whale Challenge highlights the dark side of the internet, where anonymity and virtual interactions can be used to exploit and manipulate. It serves as a grim reminder of the psychological fragility of young people and the importance of fostering mental well-being and resilience. The game's impact extends beyond the individual victims, leaving families shattered and communities grappling with the devastating consequences. The Blue Whale Challenge is a stark reminder that danger can lurk in unexpected places, and that the human psyche can be both resilient and incredibly vulnerable. Base jumping stands apart from the other two activities discussed, as it involves a physical skill and a direct confrontation with the forces of nature. This extreme sport involves leaping from fixed objects, buildings, antennas, spans, bridges, and earth cliffs, using a parachute to break the fall. Unlike skydiving, which takes place from airplanes at high altitudes, base jumping involves much lower altitudes, often with very little time to deploy the parachute. This makes it an incredibly dangerous activity with a high fatality rate. But for those who engage in it, base jumping is the ultimate expression of freedom, a breathtaking dance with gravity and the thrill of cheating death. The allure of base jumping lies in its unique combination of physical and mental challenges. It requires a high level of skill, training, and precision. The act of standing on the edge of a precipice, the wind whipping at your face, the ground hundreds of feet below, creates a sense of awe and trepidation. The leap itself is a moment of pure adrenaline, a surrender to the forces of gravity, followed by the rapid deployment of the parachute and the exhilarating glide back to Earth. But base jumping is not for the faint of heart. It is a sport that demands respect, meticulous planning, and a deep understanding of the risks involved. Even with experience, the margin for error is slim, and accidents can happen. For base jumpers, the knowledge of this inherent danger is part of the allure. It is a constant reminder of their own mortality, a challenge to their skills and their courage. Each successful jump is a victory, a testament to human ingenuity and the indomitable spirit that drives some to push the boundaries of what is possible. What sets thrill seekers apart from the average person? What drives them to embrace risk, to push their limits, and to stare danger in the face? Well, the answer lies in a complex interplay of psychological factors, including genetics, personality traits, and environmental influences. Studies have shown that thrill seekers tend to have higher levels of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. This means that they experience a more intense rush of excitement from risky activities, which reinforces their behavior. Personality traits also play a significant role. Thrill seekers are often characterized as impulsive, extroverted, and open to new experiences. They have a lower sensitivity to fear and a higher tolerance for uncertainty. They are driven by a need for stimulation, a desire to break free from the mundane, to feel truly alive. This constant pursuit of novelty and excitement can lead them to engage in activities that most people would consider reckless or dangerous. Environmental factors can also influence thrill-seeking behavior. Growing up in a stimulating environment, being exposed to risk-taking role models, or having a history of overcoming challenges can all contribute to a greater willingness to embrace danger. For some, thrill-seeking is a way to cope with stress, to escape from emotional pain, or to assert control over their lives. It can be a form of self-medication, a way to feel powerful and alive in a world that often feels overwhelming or meaningless. The shared experience of facing danger can create a powerful bond between individuals. In the world of extreme games, camaraderie is often forged in the crucible of risk. Those who engage in these activities often form tight-knit communities, united by their shared passion and their understanding of the risks involved. They support each other, share their knowledge and skills, and provide a sense of belonging that can be difficult to find elsewhere. However, the intensity of these experiences can also lead to tension and conflict. The pressure of risk, the potential for tragedy, and the clash of personalities can create friction within these communities. Competition can be fierce, with individuals vying for recognition, pushing their limits, and sometimes taking unnecessary risks. The line between camaraderie and rivalry can become blurred, leading to jealousy, resentment, and even dangerous behaviors. The dynamics of these relationships are further complicated by the ever-present shadow of death. The loss of a fellow thrill seeker can have a profound impact on the community, leading to grief, guilt, and a reassessment of the risks they are willing to take. These experiences can either strengthen the bonds between survivors or drive them apart as they grapple with the emotional fallout of their shared passion. Engaging in life-threatening activities leaves its mark on the survivors, both physically and psychologically. The physical scars are often visible: broken bones, concussions, and other injuries sustained in the pursuit of adrenaline. But the psychological scars can run deeper, invisible to the naked eye, but no less real. Post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, depression, and survivor's guilt are just some of the psychological challenges that thrill seekers may face. The constant exposure to danger can also lead to a distorted perception of risk. Individuals may become desensitized to the potential consequences of their actions, pushing their limits further and further until tragedy strikes. The addictive nature of adrenaline can also play a role, leading individuals to chase ever greater thrills, putting themselves and others at risk. The aftermath of these experiences can also have a profound impact on relationships with loved ones. Families and friends may struggle to understand the motivations behind such risky behavior, leading to tension, conflict, and a sense of disconnect. The thrill seeker may feel misunderstood, isolated by their experiences, caught between the allure of the extreme and the responsibilities of everyday life. Are these life-threatening activities a path to personal growth or simply reckless abandon? The answer is rarely black and white. For some individuals, engaging in extreme games can be a transformative experience, leading to increased self-awareness, resilience, and a deeper appreciation for life. The act of confronting one's fears, pushing one's limits, and surviving can be incredibly empowering, building confidence and a sense of accomplishment. However, it is crucial to acknowledge the inherent danger of these activities and the potential for negative consequences. Reckless abandon fueled by ego or a lack of understanding of the risks involved can lead to tragedy. The pursuit of adrenaline should never come at the cost of one's life or the well-being of others. The key lies in finding a balance between risk and responsibility, between pushing one's limits and respecting the fragility of life. True personal growth involves not only confronting fear but also developing wisdom, judgment, and a deep understanding of the consequences of one's actions. The world of extreme games is a realm of both fascination and trepidation. It is a world where the human spirit is tested, where the boundaries of courage are explored, and where the line between life and death is razor thin. The allure of the abyss, the intoxicating thrill of danger, will always hold a certain appeal for some individuals. But as we have seen, the pursuit of adrenaline comes at a price, both for the individual and for those around them. Ultimately, the decision to engage in such activities is a personal one, fraught with complex considerations and potential consequences. It is a choice that should be made with careful deliberation, a deep understanding of the risks involved, and a respect for the fragility of life. For in the end, the true measure of courage lies not in courting death, but in embracing life in all its fullness, with all its joys and sorrows, its triumphs and its challenges. The allure of the abyss may tempt us, but it is the journey through life itself, with all its complexities and uncertainties, that offers the greatest rewards. And it is in the face of those challenges, in the moments where we are tested, that we truly discover our own strength, resilience, and the indomitable spirit that lies within us all.